We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
They wanted to give me the Purple Heart, but I had to tell them the truth. I said, guys, I backed up into a chicken coop and I got spurred by a rooster. That's all that happened. Oh, hello, and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live.
Adventures in being an extra. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good times.
That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And there's Brett Chapin.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 118.
There we go.
Good stuff.
You know it.
lots of guests in the studio today, and we're gonna get to all of them. But I believe that you have something to tell us about the Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Why, yes, I do. I've got our Fringe 4 up here, and I have my glasses on, which means I'm very serious about this. Yes. And also I don't want to mispronounce anyone's name. So right now, the 4 that we are featuring this week, first up is Drop of Love. One Drop of Love is a multimedia show that journeys from the U.S. to East and West Africa and from 1790 to the present, as a culturally mixed woman explores the influence of the one drop rule on her family and society. All proceeds from the Sunday, June 30th show go to MASC, that's the Multiracial Americans of Southern California, in celebration of Loving Day. I was just reading a great article about this. The anniversary of the 1967 Supreme Court decision making interracial marriage legal in the United States.
That's so cool. That's a holiday?
That's a holiday, yeah.
That's
that's the surname of this couple. They were Mr. and Mrs. Loving, and that was their name, and then that's the Supreme Court case that actually made interracial marriage legal.
That's really sweet.
It is. Beautiful story. There's going to be a special discount for Friday, June 28th. The discount code is What is Race, all in one word. And CSULA students get half-price tickets. Use that discount code CSULA. It's written and performed by Fanchon Cox Giovanni, directed by Jillian Pagan, stage managed by Jennifer Castillo, and all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more, you can go to onedropoflove.com. Very nice. Up next, it's great. Next up, we have Richie Love Me. Who it is?
Love Me Richie.
Love Me Richie. Okay, might need a little work on their logo there. Love Me Richie. Eleanor Mosley made her living as a thief and street hustler. Okay, so it's uplifting. A child growing up in New York City in the late 1940s. Later, she discovered her true calling, vaudeville. Don't we all? Her dreams of showgirl whimsy, bright lights, and the seduction of the stage were dashed by an undiagnosed mental disorder, a debilitating disease which leaves her in the hands of her only hope for happiness, her second love, Richie. The promise of redemption to this failed dream of the stage is the love of this man. But he loves something else a bit more than her. Dun, dun, dun. It is directed by Kenyatta Lethbridge, written by Miriam Day, produced by Patrick Griffin, and features Miriam Day and Michael Ralph.
Wait, now what's the other thing that Richie loves? I'm going to have to go to the show and see and find out, aren't I?
Well, that's good marketing.
Yeah.
Logo needs work, but the marketing about the storyline, that's a hot one.
I like the plot.
I like the plot too. I actually am more excited about this one, the Ruby Bessler Cabaret. So it's a sexy cabaret based on the popular fictional character Ruby Bessler. Audiences will get a rare peek inside Ruby Bessler's life and loves. The show features burlesque dancers, live piano, and multimedia, because we are in 2013. It is written, produced, and starring Anastasia Barnes, and features a friend of ours, and directed by another friend of ours, Doug Oliphant,
who's done the show twice.
Yeah, he has. He's a good buddy. We love it.
Ruby Bessler Cabaret.
What?
Ruby Bessler Cabaret.
Ruby Bessler.
I was announcing the name again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then last but not least, we have Afternoon. This one looks very interesting too. It's an original play in 86 minutes.
Sunny afternoon.
What?
Sunny afternoon, I believe, right?
Oh, again, got to work on these logos anyway. If Afternoon is this big and Sunny is like that,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to think it's Afternoon, especially if Hollywood Fringe covers Sunny. Just saying.
The thing is, though, it's a really good show, I hear.
I'm excited. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about it now. I'm just saying from a marketing perspective, like, you put all this money in this. So it's an original play in 86 minutes. I'm going to talk about the play itself first. Based on the 48 hours Lee Harvey Oswald was in custody of Dallas homicide with Captain William J. Fritz, where they discuss Van Heflin, Russia, Coca-Cola, Jim Brown, the AFL, backyard photographs, and Friday Afternoon in Dealey Plaza.
Why are they talking about Van Halen? He wasn't even around then.
Van Heflin.
Oh, Van Heflin.
Van
Okay.
Heflin.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
I didn't say
I was
Van Halen,
confused.
did I? Please
No.
tell me I did not say
No,
Van
you said
Halen.
Van Heflin. See that? I was being funny.
It's our new format, everyone. Funny. Okay, it is written and directed by Christian Levatino.
First time for everything.
Written and directed by Christian Levatino, featuring David Loutman, Corinne Cummins, Darrett Sanders, Donnie Smith, Jim Bolson, Tim Hooper, Brett Fleischer, Dietrich Gray, and Carlo Latempa. So that is Sunny Afternoon, and give it a look. So that is our French for this week.
French faux.
French faux. I can't carry that off, but we'll let you try that, Chapin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whitest man in America over here. We got one more week of French 4.
Just one more.
Yeah.
So that's it. You've been really camping out at the 4. Have they kicked you off the curb yet, or are you doing okay over there?
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
haven't been kicked out of Fringe Central yet, surprisingly. I've been spending the last couple days there for seeing a couple of shows. I saw our guest for today's show, Nico.
Lovely.
Awesome show.
Excellent.
And then I got to see Gracie and Rose last night.
Oh, yay!
Anastasia Kuhn.
Yes.
That was awesome too. It's a one-woman show, and I'm seeing a lot of one-person shows lately, and they're really holding my attention.
Great.
Surprisingly.
And we're learning more about another one today, so that's great.
Yes, we have 2.
Yeah.
We have with us today. They're not on camera, but we're gonna adjust the cameras and get their lovely faces on camera soon. We have with us Mary Mather of the show Nico.
Hi.
Hey, Mary. Hit it. There we go.
Thank you.
And we have Chris Farah of the show Fancy at the Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Hi.
Hey, there's a longer name to your show. It's Fancy with some parentheses or with a colon. And what's the rest of the show?
A Southern Gothic camp parable. And all those words describe my show. So.
There's going to be a lot to talk about with that. I got some questions.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right, good stuff.
Good.
If you guys have any questions for our amazing guest today, make sure you give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443.
Yes.
You can tweet us questions as well at La La Land Talk, or look us up on Facebook at La La Land Talk, or send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com.
Great.
So anything else that you want to talk about? Should we go to commercials here? You want to just
Well,
get to the guests?
I'm hitting Steel Magnolias tonight down at Little Fish Theater. So shout out to Kristen Towers Rolls. I'll be going to see that. She's playing a Nell. I'm very excited. I know. I'm giving her a ride home. That's another story.
Okay.
But anyway. And then and just 3 cheers for me. I booked a national and I shot it this week. Yay!
Yeah.
So hopefully coming to a TV station near you.
Can we say what product, or we're
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. It involves delivery.
And things that are really tasty.
And tasty things. I have my own spit bucket. The quote of the day during the shoot was the food stylist who said, "This may sound very strange, but I just gotta say, you are an excellent on-screen eater. Really, you are. You're able to show and you just take bites, and you don't have your mouth open the whole time." It was very nice. It was lovely. It was one of those, yes, that's why I went to Northwestern, so I can eat on camera right there. Yes, I got my BS. It's like big shot.
Well,
Anyway,
all the training of acting
all the training
you put in goes into
all it was. Although
eating.
I will say, when I took a class with Carolyn Berry, anybody else take a class?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my Lord, don't you love her? She's fabulous. We did a whole thing about eating on camera and how you do it, and it was pretty fun. We had like spit buckets, and
Nice.
you just got to work on it, because otherwise you look like a fool. So.
And you're like Lucy with the Vitamina Vegemin. You're getting drunk and. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what you gotta do.
Can't have that.
Not at all.
Cool. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see it, and we gotta make sure we get it on tape for our viewers when it comes in.
That would be fun.
Yes.
I would like that a lot.
Very
Excellent.
cool stuff. And I guess that's it. We'll be back on La La Land, unless you had something.
No.
You have a look on your face like you had something.
No, I'm just very excited for our next segment to talk to our guests.
Me too. We'll be back with Chris Farah of the show Fancy, a Southern goth camp parable.
It's
A
Southern
Southern
Gothic
Gothic
camp.
camp parable.
What she said.
I don't want people to think I'm dressed in black. No,
Yes.
I'm not emo.
No.
I'm
not at all.
Southern.
Yes.
We'll be back with a
Yes.
very non-emo Fancy on La La Land with Brett and Dorothy on LA Talk Live.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Getting ready, so I know we gon' be here a while. In the bathroom, flat irons and nail files. Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle. And in the mall, steady racking up the air miles. Hit the gym, step on the scale, stare at the number. You say you dropping 10 pounds, preparing for summer. And you don't do it for the men never notice. You just do it for yourself, you the fucking coldest. Intelligent too, ooh, you my sweetheart. I've always liked my women book and street smart. Long as they got a little class like half days. And the confidence to overlook my past ways. Time heals all, and heels hurt to walk in. But they go with the clutch that you carry your lip gloss in. And look, I really think nobody does it better. I love the way that you put it together.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Well, aren't you a breath of fresh air? From all these superficial gold digging bitches in here. They get a ball and figure they ain't gotta pick a career. Guess they plan on sucking dicks until some meals appear. Like voila, you do it right, he just might buy you a car. Man, she play these suckers just like B.O.B. play the guitar. Now here you are, with your girls having drinks at the bar. I say I'm buying, you decline, that is kinda bizarre. Independent with the demeanor of an R&B singer. Naked ring finger, M3 Beamer, champagne range, triple white Jag, closet full of brand new clothes and handbags. Alexander McQueen, Prada, Gucci, Chanel, D&G, BCBG, Versace, Louis, and BB. You ain't needy, greedy, or easy as these other breezes who fuck for bottles of reason, the bowls of baked ziti.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Nail done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
Atlanta girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big. And my NY girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big. And my
LA girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nails done, hair done, everything big. And my T.O. girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, nail done, hair done.
Said go Cinderella.
Go Cinderella, orgasm blush, lipstick, get concealer. Devil in a tight dress, girl, you a killer. And ain't nobody realer, and ain't nobody realer. Go, 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 go.
So I said to Zuckerberg. No, just kidding. Hello, and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue. I'm Brett Chapin.
Yep.
And we neglected to announce our other 3 amazing guests that are here.
Okay.
That are going to be on later in the show with Mary from the show Nico. We have Aurora Lizardi, director, and Tanya Zoeller, who plays Tasha in the show, and Barbara Ishida, who is the writer of the show.
Yay! Woohoo!
Looking forward to talking to you guys soon. If you have any questions for any of our guests, make sure to give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. And thank you so much for joining us, Chris.
Oh, believe me, it's my pleasure.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh.
Fancy. I feel like all my
your
life
chest.
has just led to us meeting, honestly. My whole life in Los Angeles has just led to this moment of you and I meeting.
Well,
We're both grits, girls raised in the South.
Oh, I can smell it on you, girl, and I like it. I like me a creamy grit.
Yes.
In the morning and at any time during the day.
We need to pull that sound quote out and just use that every week.
Yes.
I like me a creamy grit.
Like me a creamy grit.
Yep. So you are in Fancy, a Southern, see I have it in front of me now, a Southern Gothic camp parable at the Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Yes.
What is Fancy all about? Tell us a little bit about
Fancy is the timeless story of a po country girl turned highfalutin prostitute.
Yeah.
It's a story of a lady with a struggle and a journey she goes on, and she gets herself out of her circumstances through means that might be judged and might be things that people look down upon, but she got herself out. She did it for a reason, and she turned it around, and it's a beautiful story, but also told in a very campy. I'm making this seem like it's real serious. It's absolutely not. I'm wearing a drag wig. I mean, I'm not. This is not. It's a very campy, silly, absurd telling of this, heartful story.
What is serious is your hair. It's awesome.
I just woke up like this.
That's great. Well, you know what they say: the higher the hair, the closer to God.
Yes,
So,
and she is very close.
she's very close. It's for sure.
Marge
Yes.
Simpson must be really close to God.
Yes. In her own cartoon way. Yes, she is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that cricket sound effect? 'Cause that's called for right now.
I was just thinking like Peg Bundy does too. A lot of these women.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, a lot of people think that Fancy looks like Peg Bundy, which there it is.
Thank you.
Which I enjoy.
The hairstyle is very similar.
Yes, it is. It is.
So what gave you the idea for Fancy?
My mama has the ability to she plays guitar, and she would always sing to me when I was young songs that are beautiful but inappropriate at the time. I didn't know. Like she would play me the opening of Stairway to Heaven, which is still beautiful on the guitar. And I had no ideas about a woman like overdosing or anything until I got older. But Fancy was one of those songs my mom would just play for me, and I loved it. And then later on, I got older. I was like, it's about a prostitute. It's about a mom turning out her daughter because they're so poor to be a prostitute. I don't get it. But it became a karaoke staple of mine, and it's just a beautiful storytelling song. And the last verse is like an FU to people.
Oh yeah.
That I just connected with.
Right.
And when I came to be writing a one-person show, I thought it'd be easier if I was telling someone else's story. And pretty much the song is already the story. I didn't have to write much.
Yeah.
So it came together in my mind in a way that felt truthful and real.
Awesome. And is this your first time doing a one-person show?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
That's an adventure.
I know. It's been quite a journey. I actually premiered it last year at the Cavern Club, which is the basement of Casita del Campo in Silver Lake. It's a great theater. But it's small and everything, so this is the first time I get to do in a real theater,
Sure.
A little bigger, three-quarter thrust, and so it's different too.
Above ground as well.
Yes, that's true too. Yes. Even though, she's used to lying on her back, so she's used to being on the ground, if you know what I mean.
That's true. Perspective. It's all about perspective.
How you doing?
How you doing?
And it's playing the 25th at 10 p.m. and June 23rd at 10 p.m.
Yes.
Well.
In fact, for your listeners, I do have a little discount code for especially Sunday night's performance at 10 p.m.
Ooh.
Nice.
If you go to the site, and this is a shorthanded version, it's hff13.org/1345. And I'm sorry, that's annoying. But if you go to the Hollywood Fringe site and you type in the discount code Sunday Fun Day, it's pay what you can. Nice. I would like you to just come see it. Pay whatever you need to pay.
But make it at least $5.
It'd be nice, but it's more important than your butts in the seats.
Excellent.
Yes.
Great.
So and then the Tuesday after that, so that's Sunday's performance, and then Tuesday I close. It's only 2 more.
Wow.
I know. So
oh my goodness. Now, did you work with the director or?
I did. My director is Kurt Kohler. He does a show called Chico's Angels. He wrote and directed. It's been running for years. It's a drag camp parody of Charlie's Angels, and it's hilarious. So he's the creator of that show, and then producing the show is Ephraim Jr., who's an also amazing director and producer. He does a web series called Stallions de Amor that I actually am in as well. It's an improv telenovela with Drew Droege and Pete Zayas and some other fun people. It's so fun. Stallions de Amor, you have to see it.
Ooh.
Oh, it's genius.
Well, in one of my former lives, I used to choreograph drag shows in Chicago.
Are you serious?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm serious.
How funny.
And one of my girls, Lulu, I mean, she won Miss Emerald City. And so, I love the drag community.
Yes.
And I think, I would love to have my drag wig on.
This girl will get one.
Times. I know.
Let's go to Hollywood Boulevard. I'll get you one.
Seriously. Oh, my God. I used to, because when I moved here, I was living at Cherokee and Yucca. And that was before it got cute, y'all.
Yeah.
And so I would walk down, I'd see like those wig shops. I'd be like, I wish Lulu would come and visit me from Chicago and we can go shopping or something. And I just missed it. Or Regina Upright, that was another one of my girls. So Lulu was Lulu, Our Lady of Latex. But so hi Lulu, how's it going?
Hey girl.
Yep, hey girl. But yeah, that was one of my things, and I just loved. I used to host them. I used to choreograph them. Yeah, it was like a whole other world. The Baton in Chicago was one of my haunts.
I can't imagine.
Yes. Brett's learning new things about me today. He's like,
I know.
oh my God.
The Baton? What?
The Baton. It is the premier drag show in Chicago. Like it's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally knew about that.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, who doesn't? So what if you had to, and I know it's probably hard to pick one thing, but what's your favorite thing about being able to do a one-woman show or this particular show?
That at the end of the day, unapologetically, you are yourself. There isn't everything else falls away. Politics of whatever artistic community you're in or how you're feeling about your career and auditions, that melts away because this is a true representation of you. And so there's something really strong in that, and also horrifying at the same time. Absolutely sure. The worst, and then also the best. When you get a good review, it's something that, it's all you. As you wrote it, you performed it, it came from your heart. So that's been really, it's been really beautiful for my life.
And that's empowering, especially if you create it and then you don't, it's like the whole rigors of casting.
Yes.
You don't have to go off of what somebody else is perceiving as what you wrote.
Right.
It is what you wrote. You know it. You can embody it better than anybody else.
Right.
It's got to be a little nerve-wracking too, though, because if it doesn't go well, then that's all on you.
Oh, yes.
Also. So
yes. And it's funny doing a one-person show in LA, because at the same time, it's like, this is my art, and I'm doing this for myself, but, certain execs are there, a certain industry there, and it's still funny, like, line you walk as being an actor that loves theater, but in a town of film and television.
Oh,
so
gosh.
I think about, what are they going to think about me, and...
We talked about that, remember, with Naomi when she was here. Yeah. Naomi Grossman, she does a lot of one-person shows, and she, she would do them because these are the stories that she really wanted to tell, and she found that were, very enchanting to other people. But it was also that, oh my gosh, someone might be in the audience that has this whole other plan for what they see. So yeah, try to take the ride, but run the risk all at the same time.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all artists, and so if someone is going to really have a block in their mind, then they're going to have that block in their mind. They're probably going to have something else if it wasn't for this, So. It's got to remain true and do you. Got to do it.
Is there anything, looking back, say somebody is going to do their first show at the Fringe next year, would you give them any advice, anything you might have done differently, or any particular advice you would give to somebody putting up a Fringe show?
You really got to, there's so many ways you can spend money. That I would say that. I would say I would love to say I would have gotten a publicist, but that's, very expensive.
We're your publicists.
Pardon me?
We're your publicists.
Oh, it's true.
Today.
It's true. No, it's true. Absolutely, and I'm thankful for it, please. But you have got to, if you're going to do your own show, you got to invest the time to do the social media.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get on top of things early, doing your promo cards. You got to go to the town hall meetings. You got to meet people. You got to not be afraid to talk about people and get them interested and hand them a postcard. You don't want this postcard everybody everyone's gonna throw in the trash, and it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure that you are making meaningful connections and seeing those people's shows. And I think that I wish I did it earlier. I see some of these, kids are from Cal Arts are doing shows, and I'm like, oh, why didn't I do that? Why am I waiting until I, 30? God bless. I just said it. I don't know why I said it. I don't know why I did. I thought about it, and I just said it. Came
You don't look a day over 20.
Oh,
I know, seriously.
It's makeup. It's very good makeup. Smack.
Radio tends to bring out the truth in people. So
it does. It does. People spout off stuff all the time. They're like, oh, wait.
I know. Something about this big microphone in front of my mouth. I gotta say things out of it. So yeah, I would just say get out there, and don't afraid to promote yourself and get your ducks in a row early, so that because things are to come at you had no idea, But if you really are listen to everything the Fringe people say, they give you a lot of opportunities, from doing Fringe cabaret to Fringe TV to doing your own drink at one of the nights to there's a lot of they make it easy, so you just gotta do it.
Excellent.
Do everything you can do.
Yeah, good advice.
Thank you.
I think the social media thing is so important.
It's
and something
so important.
that some of the Fringe shows are missing. I'm surprised.
It is. I mean, there's a whole dialogue at hashtag HFF13 about, the Fringe, which is just a constant discussion. Same thing with LA, THTR is another hashtag, LA Theater hashtag. It's constant discussion. You got to be in there, you got to be favored in, you got to be replying. You got to make yourself, if you're going to do a show, make it known. Don't,
Exactly.
No one wants to do a show in darkness. There's a reason why there's lights, you just think about it.
No, logically, she's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, for instance, look at the promos that she has here. There's no doubt as to what's going on. Fancy. And also, she got QR codes there, her Twitter handle, her Facebook, everything. So,
Yeah, my producer Ephraim made me those cards and took those pictures, and he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
They look great. And it's at the Celebration Theater. We love the Celebration Theater.
It's an amazing community, and they'll be finding a new space soon, and I'm hoping that it's going to be bigger and better. Do you know about that?
No.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they're moving away from that space. Rent got a little high for them, but they're going to find something that I'm sure is bigger and better in West Hollywood or Hollywood adjacent,
Great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Michael Shepard and all the Michaels over there have just been there's so many Michaels.
There are a lot of Michaels, right?
So many.
So true.
But
Shout out from me and Mary to Michael Shepard, by the way. We just worked with him.
Oh, yes. No, he's my little angel. My bigger angel. He's actually kind of a big man.
He's not very little. He's very tall. Super tall.
He is. But,
Well, it sounds like a great show.
I would love you all to see it, and I would love your listeners to come out and see it. And it's only like 35, 40 minutes. So you're going to be in and out. You're going to have a fun time. You're going to laugh.
Excellent.
And the show that's happened in that space before is a fun show, 30-minute musicals, and it has Chaz Bono in it. So, you might even see a celebrity.
There you go. You might.
In
addition to you.
I'm just saying, yeah, I want to do Chaz a favor, so I put my show at the end after his.
Hollywood Fringe or HollywoodFringe.org is the website. Fancy, a Southern Gothic Camp Parable is the name of the show. We're talking with Fancy. If you have any questions, give us a call at 323-247-7443.
And again, that the discount code is Sunday Fun Day, correct?
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day,
Have
10
your
p.m.
supper
tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eat that supper and come on down.
Excellent. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell our listeners before we take off here?
Yes, I would love, talking about social media. I am at Fancy the Show. I am on Facebook. You can like Fancy the Show. My character name, Fancy Jean Baker. There's also my Twitter handle, which is Chris L. Farah, if you want to find me. I am going to go between the accent now and my own real voice. I'm from LA.
Switch you to Chris now.
This is not weird. And back. So,
we were going to cut to commercial, but what the heck?
Regardless, I'm here. Yeah. So just find me on the social media. Tweet at me. I will tweet back at you. I'll favorite you. I'll follow you. I can't wait. And see you Sunday or Tuesday, y'all. Love it.
Fancy the show, HollywoodFringe.org. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
And you're going to stick around for the rest of this hour here?
I sure am. Sure am.
Cool.
All right.
We're going to be back to speak with Mary Mather. We're going to be back to speak with Aurora Lizardi, Tanya Zoeller, Barbara Ishida from the show Nico, also at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Mm-hmm. HollywoodFringe.org is getting some publicity today.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
I'm going to eat my ice cream. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Dorothy Dillingham Blue on LA Talk Live.
This nice, you care for me. Now you're talking like you made a change. The more you talk, the more things sound the same. What makes you think you can't just walk back into her life? Look at a good fight. Oh. I just sit back and watch you make a fool of yourself. 'Cause you're just wasting your time. This time, never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time, never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. Now you promised me the moon and stars. Save your fight, you won't get very far. Gave you many chances to make change. The only last thing you changed was love to hate. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. She doesn't love you, no way. Maybe next time you give your woman a little respect, so you won't be hearing her say no way. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. Never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. Never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. Oh, no, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. Never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. No, you're never gonna get it. Not this time. Never gonna get it. My love, no, you're never gonna get it. Had your chance to make a change. Yes, sir. I give to the needy and not the greedy. That's right. 'Cause you see, baby.
This is Brett Chapin.
And this is Dorothy Dillingham Blue, inviting you to join us every Saturday at noon Pacific Standard Time for our show, La La Land Talk.
Join us as we talk with some of the top talent in LA. Artists' untold stories, your phone calls, and live on-location broadcasts have made La La Land one of the best sources in LA for everything entertainment.
So don't forget to tune in to La La Land Talk.
Exclusively on latalklive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com.
Saturdays at noon Pacific Time. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk, Twitter, twitter.com/LaLaLandTalk. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live.
And we are more than just talk. I think we've got a Shakespeare monologue or two we could do. Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Kickball change.
Good
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
I'll do some Pippin.
Ooh, yeah. Some miming. I'm in a box.
Hi, I'm Tash Walker, and I want you to join me every Saturday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Cocktails with Tash Walker, where each week is gonna be a big party. Why? Come celebrate with me for the very first lifestyle entertainment sports show. And on my cocktail menu, I have special celebrity guests stopping through, and you never know who might come through, boo. It just might be one of your favorite sports celebrities. From Cocktails with Tosh Walker, the Entertainment Lifestyle Sports Show. Right here every Saturday night, where we're more than just talk. We're Cocktails with Tosh Walker on LATalkLive.com.
What's going on? It's your man Mello D, inviting you to join me every Thursday at 2 p.m. for my new show, Dane's World. Join us for new hip-hop, rap, as well as upcoming artists. So don't forget to tune in to Dane's World exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Dorothy Dillingham.
I'm Dorothy Dillingham Blue. That's me. Woohoo!
Yes, it is. And this is three wonderful creative people who are involved with the show Nico at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. We have Aurora Lizardi, director. And we have...
It's radio. You got to talk, Aurora.
Audience, please save your applause for the end, audience, please. And Tanya Zoeller, who plays Tasha in the show.
Hello.
Mary Mather.
Hi, again.
Who plays?
Abigail.
Mm-hmm. And Barbara Ishida, the writer and producer.
Yo.
Thanks for joining us, guys. So I went to see Nico yesterday.
Excellent.
It was really, really good.
Hey, good.
And I'm not just saying that because they're sitting here. Like, it was legitimately really, really good. I thought that there was an Asian theme based on the title of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with Asia. But tell us a little bit about the show, guys, if you would. Because I think you'll be better at explaining it than me.
Yes. Barbara, do you want to explain?
Nico is actually Neko in Japanese, which means cat. And it's based on my obsession with killing my grandma's cat, who's actually really named Nico. He is a double terror kitty cat. But basically, the show is a dark comedy about family, loss, healing, and cat killing.
And there is a cat fight, literally, in the show. I don't want to give too much away, but there's some really cool stuff you guys do with that.
Thank you.
Where did, obviously, you got the inspiration from your personal life. And when did you write it? Was there an event that triggered it, or?
Well, our entire organization is actually CSULE Goes to the Fringe, and you mentioned them earlier with Fanshin's show. There's 4 of us that brought shows to the Fringe this year, and we're all we're in the master's program there for theater, television, and film, and it came out of a playwriting class I had. My first playwriting class ever, and I thought, what is really important to me? And I kind of have been obsessing about this Nico thing for a while. Don't tell my grandma. And I'm from Central California, and I'm kind of a country girl. I'm from a farming community, and there it's not weird to kill your cat so much, but here it sounds like, oh my god, that's horrible. Or not necessarily kill the cat, but get rid of the cat.
Yeah,
I understand what you mean,
one
though.
day.
Yes, I understand what you mean.
Like, when is it okay to kill a cat?
No. I think she's saying that there's more of a circle of life.
Yes.
Thought context on a farm community or something. Like not going to heroic means to save a cat, perhaps.
It's just an animal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you know,
and to be honest, the obsession came out of the fact of I want to protect my grandma from this cat. And it's not like I'm a cat killer, I'm crazy.
No,
but
no.
it is a deep feeling and love I have for her. And so I thought, how can I translate it into theater and kind of make it more of a family event that's important to everyone, that can be explained a little bit more easily and touch more people versus just my single self. And I had an aunt who passed away of cancer recently, and I just thought that was like the perfect kind of tonal opportunity to like mesh them and bring them together and really tell a heartfelt story about family and cancer and things that happen.
It is. It's also funny too. You know, I mean, it's like really it is a dark comedy when you say that. It's really. What about for you, Aurora? As far as directing the show, how did you get involved? And
well, Barb and I have known each other for a lot of years now. I was going to say a few, but it's been more than a few. And we met. I went back to school in 2005. And my second round, I met her, and we sort of took a liking to each other, and we became friends. And when it was sort of my time to move back to LA, I had this idea about a theater project that I wanted to sort of try to do. And so everybody in my life at that time was involved. I don't know if they wanted to be or not, but I definitely invited everyone to share. It was sort of like a collaborative artists, all of us sort of pulling our talents together. And so that was my original, I guess that's sort of was your introduction to theater, right?
Yeah, Aurora introduced me to theater, period. She said, hey, I know you like to write, and I'm going to do this great project where we have new one-act plays every month, and I'd love for you to write for it. So she's actually how I got into theater.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of awesome. You're welcome. So I don't know where I was going. Oh, so I already had produced a ton of her stuff. And so she approached me, and I didn't really know what it was about yet. And so when she approached me and said, hey, I have a piece I wrote that I'd really like to produce for the Fringe Festival. We're going to produce it. Would you be interested in directing? And I said yes without reading it. And then and she's like, well, why don't you read it first? And I was like, no, really, I want to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm down. So then I read it, and I was like, oh, fuck. Can I say...
Yes,
you can actually say that.
Yeah. You can. It's okay. It's totally fine.
It's internet radio.
So I thought it was okay.
You can actually drink beer on the show too.
Yeah. Where's our beer, guys?
I know.
We have ice cream. That's all I can offer.
No, we left it in the car. Just kidding. So at the point when I read it, I realized how important of a story it was, and how close to Barb's life it was. And so at that point, it sort of raised the stakes for me as a director. And because the material was so heavy, it was important for me to really focus my energy on the relationships between everybody, and then to try to make the situations kind of as light as possible, because the writing by itself was so heavy that it was almost like, don't get in the way. Just be present and let the writing speak for itself. Don't push the moments, let them come. So it's been a really awesome experience. I was fortunate enough to be able to work with really great actors and that are here. Not all of them. Yes. Barbara's awesome. We don't have our Nana today, and she's a riot. So it's just
and
been
no
a really
cat
cool
either.
Experience. No kitty cat. We didn't have the cat.
Well, he doesn't speak, and this is radio.
Right.
Well, it's actually on camera too, so he could do a mime thing.
He'd probably just be bugging us though.
There was a mime show right after ours the other day.
Really?
There was a mime show. I saw like 30 people with fainted faces.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mimed the guy getting my parking spot.
Oh.
He's like, can I have it? Seems ironic.
Very cool.
Mime jokes on the radio.
Yeah. Only on internet radio.
I'm in a box. I'm in a box. Dorothy says that on our promo. What about for you two actresses, Tanya and Mary? What has the process been like for you, and how did you get involved?
Well, it's just sort of going further on what Aurora said. I remember in the original breakdown, or maybe it was just the audition request, she made it very clear that she did not want it to be too dramatic. So, I think just working with Aurora has been great because I've really noticed like how much. For instance, I told you about the dance and the fight scene. How like I didn't really even know to what extent those would be. Like
because you're not a dancer.
Right, I'm not a dancer, and it's written into the script, and I thought it would be just this really simple, quick thing, and just seeing how Aurora took that one little sentence and made it into this, 5-minute contemporary modern dance, and and the fight, which is such a huge, carries so much of the emotion and the message of the play, and that's not written in words.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so just that again, like reading the play, and you think, oh, okay, it's pretty much a drama. And then just seeing how, because of the choices she made and working with us, it became, I mean, there were so many laughs that I didn't expect, on opening night, which was really fun. So, yeah.
Especially with the new work, I think when you're working in that vacuum of, just you're only watching each other and the director, and you're hoping that that's where your joy and everything is going to come from, and then the audience brings this whole other character to it, and that's when you're like, that little that nugget was awesome.
I'm really surprised to hear that. That's why I love the shows, because we get surprised too. The dance was not written into it at all.
It's written in it, but it doesn't say what style of dance.
Okay.
So she's done it in a very, very interesting, touching way that I never expected.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the show.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yay us. Well, so for me, just to like piggyback, I apologize in advance if I get a little emotional, but it was an important story to tell, and I felt like Tasha's character was Barb for me, and obviously we didn't stick to that. Like, I didn't tell her, be like Barb. Well, let me bring her so you can meet her so you can be like her, because obviously I wanted Tanya to be able to develop her own character. But for me, like, and this isn't a conversation that I had with Barb, but I felt like it was going to be kind of healing for her to be able to see the journey of Tasha's character sort of coming to terms with like the loss of her mom in the play, which was Barb's aunt, to me. And obviously I can't speak for Barb, but that's what I read. And so I wanted it was important for the ending to be what it was. And it needed to be motivated. And so I thought, a little dance isn't going to do it. I mean, a slow dance between a cat and a girl just isn't enough. It needs to produce emotion. It needs to produce emotion for us in the audience. And so, so I wanted to focus my energy on making sure that, like, if nothing else, if they didn't like the play, if they didn't care for, things about it, that they could at least leave having felt that sort of healing process that hopefully the play presented for people who have had any sort of loss.
And you had like a really great choreographer and fight coordinator too.
Totally.
Yeah, they were amazing.
I did not get in their way. I just told them. Annalie Gamino was our choreographer, and I just told her my idea of the play. I really value the people in my life, and so I sort of say, hey, will you help me? I'll stay out of your way. And they're like, yeah, you sure will. I'm so sure that's going to happen. And then I did, and they were like, hey, are you going to tell us, like, when we have to have stuff ready by? I'm like, oh, yeah, I figured you'd ask if you needed anything. So I just sort of reached out to people in my life that I felt had the skills to be able to bring to our production and who could sort of understand my vision of what I wanted to be on the stage. And Vance Loggins was our fight coordinator, and I told them I want it to feel like it'd be one through piece. Like, I want it to be able to be performed together because it's broken up in the play. I want there to be some fight in the dance. I want there to be some dance in the fight, and I want it to be bridged. I want it to be one song. Mm-hmm. And so I just sort of like said, here are all the things I want in it, and then I just said go, and I didn't see it until it was rehearsed for our show. Like, I didn't
Surprise.
go into any of yeah.
Makes it so much
so I
easier
could have
when
been
you can
like,
do it that
oh
way.
my god. Fortunately, I was very pleased.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised.
Hands off. Good. What about for you, Mary? As far as the acting process?
Oh, for this piece?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a really great opportunity to do straight theater. I had the great opportunity of working with Michael Shepard, who we mentioned earlier, on a production of Rent with Beyond the Stage, which opened and closed right before this kind of started, and so it was a great opportunity to do something completely different.
This is very different than
yeah, it's a lot different. And I like both things, and I like all the mediums, and any opportunity I get to kind of work on something else and really explore another character and work with another group of creative people. I mean, I feel like you always end up leaving more fulfilled and more enriched than you were when you started. So just that alone has been a really wonderful opportunity. So, and I think that the theme of loss is something that everyone can relate to, whether it's to cancer or Alzheimer's or really any accident, disease, anything. So I feel like it's a message in the show that will have some kind of impact on anybody in the audience. So it's been really great.
It definitely did for me.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
good.
even, I mean, I think it's such a relevant topic. I mean, most people have encountered having someone diagnosed with cancer. But even without that, you know, what I found to be the core of at least my character and a lot of the play was this sense of wanting to control your surroundings. And so it was really interesting for me my mom has cancer, and she's still alive, but to deal with the feelings that I had similar to Tasha, which were like trying to control the way, you know, like I won't give away the end of the play, but you know, with this cat, trying to get rid of this cat because she's you know, absolutely sure that this is the problem. And then, you know, the beautiful way that Barbara sort of wrote in that even if you do succeed with that, there are other things, and we can't control our surroundings. All we can do is be good for the people we love, you know. Absolutely. So it's something that I think will speak to everybody.
And it's not all sad.
No, there's so many.
It's really not.
That was why the focus was the positive and like the family relationships and the. For me, like, even if you have been blessed enough to not have suffered any sort of loss in your life, which let me meet you because I've never met anyone like that. But assuming that there's someone out there that is that way, the relationships with the family are ones that you can relate to and sort of connect with. And it's interesting, just sort of like, I don't know, that feeling of not being accepted by the people that should be the most accepting and love you more than anybody. I feel like we've all felt that at some point, whether it's at work or with our siblings or with our parents or with our boyfriends or girlfriends. Like, I just think that that's something that's really relevant.
I think sometimes when you observe one group or family's method of dealing with tragedy or grief or even success, that can be such an interesting window into their personality and their dynamic as a family. You know, like I remember my sister when she was very young, our great grandmother had passed away, and I was at school, so they actually didn't have me come to the funeral, which was a whole other story. But anyway, so it's an open casket, and this is the South, fancy, you know what I'm talking about. So it's open casket, and she's very young, and they're all standing around, and we're all kind of looking. I mean, she had been ill for a long time. It wasn't an unexpected thing. But then my sister gets this look on her face, and she always got this look when she was about to say something hysterically youth-oriented, inappropriate, but whatever. And my mom's going, "Oh God, here it comes." She goes, "Mom, why do her hands look like raisins?" And everybody, you know, it was kind of that thing that broke the ice for everyone that was there. Everybody just was like, because at the end of the day, her hands, they did look like raisins.
And everybody needed that laugh.
Everybody needed that.
You
Everybody
can always
needed
count
that.
on children, to point out the truth.
Oh yeah.
Of the moment.
The lack of filter.
Yeah.
So universal.
And you get a lot of those laughs in the show. You know, it's not all serious. It's I mean, I want to share moments, but I don't want to give too much away. But go see it at the hollywoodfringe.org.
It's been super fun to be the little sister. I don't get to do that because I'm the oldest. I think everybody that's the oldest knows there is no fun in being the oldest. You're just the bossy one.
Yeah.
But being the younger one has been like super fun.
Yeah. I got to play a 10-year-old in my last show in Spelling Bee, and I loved it. I loved it because I usually I'm the director. I'm like helping out the kids, and this time I got to play and like wear a cape and jump around and be crazy, and It was fun.
Yes.
Yes. And when is your next your performance dates? I wanted everybody to know like when they can next catch you.
You can come catch us next Thursday at the Lounge Theater. It's the 27th, and the show starts at 6:30.
6:30.
And then we're having a special show. Actually, our last show is the 30th, which is a Sunday. It's at 10 o'clock at night. We're gonna party. We're gonna take this Fringe Festival out like no one's ever seen, and we're gonna have a special night with an extended performance and some musical artists and other things happening, wine, drinks, snacks.
So Consuming the Arts Theater Project is sort of what solidified my friendship with Barb, and sort of like knowing that even if we hate each other sometimes, we're always going to be friends. That sounded really bad. I just mean, when you're producing something like
you have
energies,
those
emotions,
moments.
and like, we're actors, some of us, and not me, but artists are very highly emotional. We're here, right?
Really?
Guys? Everybody here can agree with that.
Really? Oh yeah.
But CTA is collaborating with the Fringe, or CSULA goes to Fringe, for the last performance, and sort of bringing in our style of show, which obviously we didn't do for the Fringe, which is, beverages during intermission with, with snacks, and not having to pay for those things, like letting them be part of the performance. And
there was an intermission?
No, there will be, though.
Oh, okay, you're adding one.
A community. Yeah, we're going to
Did I miss
extend
that?
and collaborate and work in some of the musicians and artists that are involved, the resident artists that are involved with CTA, to sort of bring you guys, I guess, into the CTA family, so you can see sort of what it is that we produce and the community that we like to be a part of.
CTA stands for?
Consuming the Arts Theater Project. It's
Excellent.
actually the theater project. It's CTA Theater Project.
Do they have a website you want to give out?
Nope.
No? Okay.
It's like an artist co-op.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say yes, except for it just says CTA on it. So you could see our logo at consumingthearts.org.
That's something. And if you want more information, contact Aurora.
Yeah.
Lizardi. On Facebook
I have Facebook, and I have a Twitter, and I have Instagram. I'm really into this time in our world.
And that's another soundbite we got to pull for later. I'm learning a lot about this Instagram today, I tell you.
Okay.
Are you on it, Dorothy?
I am not. Me
Me neither.
It's my favorite of all of them, because it's just a picture with like a little comment. You can't do a crap ton to it, so I appreciate that.
Okay.
This Instagram thing.
This Instagram thing.
My dad calls the Google the Google. Can you get on the Google for me?
My sister calls it the Twitter. So calls it the
Exactly.
Twitter.
It's not called the Twitter, guys?
It's not called the Twitter.
Okay.
Although it used to be called the Facebook before they changed it.
That's true.
Really?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Way back in 2003.
What's his name from Napster said drop the. It's cleaner.
Justin Timberlake from Napster said
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Justin
gosh.
Timberlake.
Okay, quick aside. Did y'all hear about the whole thing about how he has to pay millions of dollars because of his Redwood Forest thing?
Yes, I heard about that.
Oh my gosh!
Where he had like the fantasy wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so for us theater people who we have to like scrape and borrow and steal to build a set. Okay, this guy spent millions of dollars to build a set in a campground for his wedding.
Ooh.
And what's his name? Sean Parker.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about Justin Timberlake this
Oh,
whole
no,
time.
Yeah, so did I.
No. Sean Parker. And it turns out that they never got a park permit, and so now he has to pay like $2.5 million.
They printed a retraction to that. I don't know. There's a whole second part of that story.
Oh.
But it was quite lavish. I will say that.
People
Well, that's
are
good.
like,
If he pays the $2.5 million, will that just be used to like make the park better?
well, there's a whole thing with the inn that was next door, and they closed down the campground. They weren't supposed to, but yeah, they were saying that because this whole thing went down, that's why the inn was exposed as having closed down this campground illegally. So they're like, we kind of have to thank him, but we also wanted to pay millions of dollars.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm like, whatever. Have a budget for your wedding, please. Like, feed hungry children.
And go see Nico.
Go see Nico.
Never did I think we'd be talking about Sean Parker today. That's awesome.
This from the guy
I
who's
love
like,
this
he's a
show.
fan
We
of
just
Nico.
go over here
I
and
know.
over here. I hear he
Well,
is
you
a fan
brought-
of Nico.
Well, you brought up Mark Zuckerberg earlier.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's
We
been
brought
a
up
weird
the
day like
Facebook.
that.
It
We
has.
brought up the Facebook.
What?
You're on the
Because we
Facebook?
brought up the Facebook.
It is the
Yes,
Facebook. It's,
yes.
Yeah, it's true. Yes.
Give out your website for the show one more time.
Yes, please.
For our audience, please.
That's all you.
Well, you have the flyer.
HollywoodFringe.org. Put in Nico into the search bar.
Neko.
Neko.
Yes, and you'll be able to find it easily. It'll come right up.
On the internet.
On the internet. Did I say the internet?
On the World Wide
No,
Web.
I was just
On the
adding it.
World Wide Web.
Can I also take a second to promote our other shows?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, CSU LA Goes to Fringe. We have 4 shows that are going to be there. We have Water and the Bridge, which is the show exactly before us on Thursday. So if you want to check it out and stay for ours, it'll be awesome. And then we have One Drop of Love that you guys kind of talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Really great show, one woman show. And we also have Wings. So check it out. We're all connected. We're all there to support each other and take things out of the classroom and into the professional world. And bring everyone great theater.
Cool. Which is really awesome. I don't know if Cal State LA has ever done that before.
They haven't. It's a first time thing.
Ooh.
Oh, there's like something like 195 shows going on at the Fringe. There's no excuse for not seeing some theater this week, guys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
HollywoodFringe.org.
Oh, and we have a discount code for anyone listening. If you type in CTA, does it need to be all caps? No. Okay, you get $2 off.
Very nice. Nico.
Woohoo!
At the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. We got clapping.
We did. We did.
Our studio audience saved it for the end this time.
They did. Mm-hmm.
Well, what's going on next week, Dorothy?
You've got the calendar, dude.
You know, we have actor Nathan Parker coming in.
Uh-huh.
I love him.
I've heard of him. I know.
He was also in Rent.
Yes.
Oh, really? Which
Who
one
was he in Rent?
He was Roger.
He was Roger.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be in to talk to us a little bit about what's going on in his career right now.
Uh-huh.
And we're also going to have Rhea Erlock, who is from the Culver City Public Theater. She's bringing in, I think...
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Culver City Public Theater?
Yes, I know, but the show. Lou's directing it, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Lou Hauser's show.
Yes.
That it also has Darcy Silvera, who was in Spelling Bee with me.
See, the theater community is all
Everybody's connected. Small
Lovely.
town, man.
Crazy.
Was it Lovely Lady? No, Something Ladies. Something Ladies. Ken Ludwig.
It's a Ken Ludwig show. I don't know.
With ladies.
It's been a long time since I looked at her press release. But she'll be in to talk with us. And I said to her, she said, what's the maximum amount of people that I can bring? And I said 8 just to throw it out there.
Are you serious?
Because I figured there was no way she was going to bring 8. And she emailed me back, I have 7. So there's going to be 7 more in addition to
I
Rhea.
hope Darcy's coming. Darcy, if you're listening, you have to come.
Yeah, I hope so too.
This will be her second time.
And I hope Lou gets
I
out
know
here
Lou,
too.
yeah.
That'll be his second time too.
It will be.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking to them next week.
Excellent.
If you guys want to find us on Facebook, you can find us on facebook.com/lalalandtalk, twitter.com/lalalandtalk. You can send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. Our hashtag is LLLtalk. And I'm Brett Chapin.
And I'm Dorothy Dillingham Blue, and that was an awesome show. I had a good time with everybody today.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And thank you again to Chris.
Thank you to Fancy! Yay, Fancy!
This is La La Land on LA Talk Live. And we'll see you at the top.
Ha 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 ha.